Are you a boy or a girl? Yes.
Make the ground shake.
What's going on, guys? My name is Renegade, and today we're here for my first ever AQW Q&A. This is the only series on YouTube where I take your questions and I answer them in a bi-weekly series on my channel here. So if you want to be notified when the next episode of this comes out, remember to click that subscribe button, and of course, leave any comments in the comment section down below with your questions for next episode. I am getting questions from all around my channel this time, but I do hope lots of you guys will leave questions down below, and I will use those in the next video. Also, you can leave questions on my Twitter, which is always linked down in the description down below. And while you're down there, if you guys could leave a like on this video, it'd help me out a lot. Let's go. So our first question of the day is a question from my top 5 overall classes video, where I talked about, I believe it was Chaos Slayer, Blazebinder, Lycan, Alpha Omega, and one more class, I am forgetting to remember it, Pirate class, there we go. Basically, Spencer Bradbury asks, which of these classes would be easiest to get? I'm trying to do an AQW run where I only use either one farming or one solo class or one all-around class. So what do you think would be a good class or classes? Now, I'm going to completely disregard the last 3 on my list. I'm just going to talk about Blazebinder and Chaos Slayer here, because those are the top 2 I listed in this video. Now, Chaos Slayer is the easiest one by far to get, as Blazebinder requires 2 reputations to get to rank 10. I believe it's Doomwood and Embassy, although I'm not entirely sure. I will need to confirm on that, but there are 2 reputations, and they're both sort of... Doomwood's quite easy, but Embassy is kind of easy, kind of not, but it is 2 at the end of the day as well, whereas Chaos reputation is like one of the easiest to rank up in the game, and you can do it very, very easily. So I would definitely recommend Chaos Slayer, and so if you're going to use just one class for your entire playthrough of the entire game, yeah, one class, I'd recommend that to be Chaos Slayer. Alright, so King D asks, if you could not have both Chrono Dragon Knight and Infinity Knight, which class would you choose? Now, me personally, I would choose Chrono Dragon Knight, but if I didn't have any of my other classes, I would probably choose Infinity Knight. Now, Infinity Knight is a great like soloing class. It's a great sort of it does like have more usefulness than Chrono Dragon Knight, but I think I've already got enough classes that I can do what Infinity Knight can do, and Chrono Dragon Knight is just such a cool class to have. It's just like, bro, I just whip this class out and do like 200k damage. I'd just rather have that over just another generic soloing class or something. Even though Infinity Knight is not generic at all, it's a hard decision to make, and if I could pay like even just I'd pay $50 for Infinity Knight any day, because it's just so cool. But Chrono Dragon Knight is more unique in my opinion, and as a result, I'd probably pick Chrono Dragon Knight. Okay, so this is a little bit old, but there are some older questions I've got here. 2 months ago, a guy called Ren asks, what do you use for recording and editing, planning to start my channel? So, I personally use Bandicam when I'm recording AQW, as it's just sort of just works. I am looking into getting an Elgato, which will record anything that's on my screen, and it will be much better quality. But for the moment, I'm using just using Bandicam. I do have the paid version, so there's no watermark on screen, if you were wondering how I do that. And I use Audacity to record the audio, because Bandicam's audio quality is fucking terrible. So I use Audacity to record the audio. I don't record in-game sound, but if I did, I'd just use Bandicam to record that. And for editing, I use Sony Vegas Pro 13. I did use 12, but I had some major crashing issues and problems with that, so I upgraded to 13, and bam, it was sort of all fixed. But yeah, no, I use Vegas Pro 13 for editing and Bandicam for recording. Alpha Guru asks, which AQW server do you frequently go on? I personally go on Artix the most, but if I'm doing like a recording or something, I'll probably go on Server. I used to go on Evil Server, just because, you know, evil. It's always better to be evil. But that is now the testing server, so there's just Server, so I just go on Server. It's a member-only server, but if you want to /go-to-me when I'm on there, if you just spam it, you know, you might find me recording. And I probably won't move rooms, to be honest. It's just, I'm more just going to a private room when I'm recording, just so I don't have like all the lag and stuff from all the other players. But if you do find me while I'm recording, I usually won't move. So yeah, why investigate or not investigate, sorry, why instigate asks, what sword is that? Now, my frequent set that I use on AQW consists of the Spider Witch armor, the LED Dragon Blade, which is color customized to my armor, and the Gravelin Doomfire, all of which are all rare. You'll see on my character page my helmet will always change name depending on what enhancements I'm using, but I have my helmet hidden and I have the I can't remember what this hairstyle is called. It's called something, I don't know. You can get it from the music place. I forget what it's called. Myth Song, I believe, from the Myth Song haircutters. You can get it from there. But yeah, no, that's my set. You'll be able to see on screen all the names of everything. The Nightmare asks, what do you use to make an intro? Now, I personally didn't actually make my intro. A guy called RedZoneTrooper made it. You might have heard of him. He does a lot of AQW content on YouTube. He doesn't upload as frequently as I do, but he actually takes a lot more time to make his videos. Obviously, you can tell by the quality and the editing and stuff. But yeah, no, he does lots of AQW content, and I highly suggest checking him out. But he did make my intro. I didn't get it for free. I did pay for it, so it's not like, oh, RedZoneTrooper can't make me an intro. Yeah, you have to pay for it. It's definitely worth it, though. He did a great job. I selected my personal song. He basically just asked, what colors do you sort of want, and sort of thing, and then he just went from there. I just said improvise. I didn't really ask for too many specific things, but you can actually pay him some money, and he'll actually make you an intro. I don't know what program he used, but I know that you can use Adobe After Effects, and even you can just use a normal editing software like Vegas or Premiere Pro, but I don't actually know how to personally make one. I sort of know what to use, but I don't know how to do it, if that makes sense. This isn't really AQW related, but I thought I'd answer it anyway. Robin DeGans asks, what are the specs of your PC? Now, I have a 4770K, Intel i7 4770K is my processor. My RAM is Kingston HyperX Blue, and I have 16 gigabytes of it. I don't know what my motherboard is, like specifically, but I know it's a gigabyte motherboard. It's ultra durable. I don't know the exact model number of it or whatever, but I know it's ultra durable gigabyte. I have just a stock cooler on my CPU, which is actually really stupid. I do actually have a water cooler coming for it, already like shipping to me literally right now. I use a Gigabyte GTX 760 with 4 gigabytes of video memory, and that's the WinForce edition as well, so it does, I can overclock it quite a bit. I have the 500 gigabyte Samsung Pro SSD. I don't know what the exact model of it is. I didn't actually build my computer. I didn't pick the parts or anything. My parents got me my computer like a couple of years ago. I didn't actually know as much about computers as I did now. So my parents were just like, okay, you pay for half, we'll pay for the other half. That's your birthday present, and we'll get you this computer. And they basically got someone else to build it. He was actually pretty stupid because I've got a silent case. So it overheats a lot because it's a padding. It's literally got foam padding on the inside of the case, and it gets quite hot. And he didn't even put like an aftermarket cooler on the case. And then he had the audacity to purchase a 500 gigabyte SSD, which at the time was $1 per gig, so $500 hard drive and a $400 graphics card. Like, mate, why would you do that? Anyway, I have a 1 terabyte Western Digital Caviar Black as my hard drive, and it's like my standard hard drive. That's about it. Now, this is a really common question I get a lot on this particular video. This is my most popular video, or my most viewed video of all time, the AQW Top 5 Soloing classes. If you know my channel, you've probably seen this video. David Elliott asks, what happened to your voice when you got to number 3? Now, within this video, I wasn't the only one voicing it. Like, I got Sync AE, who is now a class designer for Adventure Quest Worlds, and Dragon Crusader, we all collaborated on this video, and we all voiced different ones. I can't remember which ones I voiced, but I voiced, I think, 3 or 2, Sync voiced 2, and Dragon Crusader voiced 1. So if you think your voice is really deep here, it's really high here, and it's just normal here, yeah, that's why. Different people. And that's it, guys. If you guys did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like and a favorite on this video. It helps me out a lot. Also, subscribe to be notified when the next episode of this comes out. And of course, remember to put your comments in the comment section down below. Any questions, any sort of, well, I guess any general comments as well, but any questions would be much appreciated, as I will be featuring as many of your questions as possible. I'll be doing quick fire questions hopefully next time. This time I took the time to do like in-depth answers because I didn't have that many questions. But You guys need to leave questions in the comment section down below and also on my Twitter. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.